Hello, this is your disembodied voice of Dr. C. And what I've decided to do is we're going to end out this part of the module talking about DNA, especially since most of you will probably be going into some science technical field. Now, over time, court decisions have determined limits of the field of patentable subject matter. Now, this next point is very important. Laws of nature, physical phenomena, and abstract ideas are not eligible. Raw natural products of nature are not patentable. If you see a pretty blade of grass, you pick it up, you decide that you want to get a patent on it, it's not going to happen. Why? Because that piece of grass is growing naturally in nature. Now, over time, court decisions have determined the limits of the field of patentable subject matter, holding that laws of nature, physical phenomena, and abstract ideas are not eligible. Period. Raw natural products of nature, are not patentable. Period. Now, here's what's happened with DNA. DNA and genetic modifications of natural phenomena become patentable when they have been isolated, purified, or modified to result in a unique form. To make this simple, genes are not patentable. You must do something with the gene, modify it for a purposeful reason, or create something like a diagnostic test based on a mutation of the genes. Regulations regarding the patenting of gene technology are still, to this date, extremely controversial and continue to evolve. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled unanimously in 2013 that human genes cannot be patented. This is a very famous case, Myriad Genetics, against several diagnostic labs, most of which were in universities. And Myriad had a patent on a particular gene that correlates with an increased risk of hereditary breast and ovarian cancer. The gene was actually BRCA1 and BRCA2. Now, scientists challenged the patents because they were prevented from doing research to find new ways to detect genetic mutations. And doctors said they were stymied in their attempts to help patients because of the sky-high cost of patented tests. So, because Myriad drew a circle around these two particular genes, nobody could do anything with them. You couldn't look for ways to find better mutations. More importantly, the patient population was held to Myriad for their only genetic tests. These could be done much cheaper in other laboratories or in academic research centers themselves. Now, the decision was expected to reduce the price of genetic testing for the BRCA1 and BRCA2, which cost more than $300,000, out of reach for many patients. It was the kind of genetic testing Angelina Jolie had before her preventative double mastectomy in 2013. Now, after the ruling, at least 3 companies and 2 university labs said they would begin offering genetic testing in the field of breast and ovarian cancers. In writing the opinion, Justice Clarence Thomas made it clear Myriad did not create anything. To be sure, it found an important and useful gene, but separating that gene from its surrounding genetic material is not an act of invention. Again, this is still controversial. Rounding out, we've talked about patents, and I just want to put this out there about what a trademark is. Word, symbol, name, or device that is used in trade with goods to indicate the source of the goods and distinguish them from goods of others. We'll be going into this shortly, but I didn't want to forget that the USPTO is not just a patent office. Now, once again, I have put some materials for you, and this is a paper discussing the whole issue of gene patenting and Myriad and the court case. Paper's around 80 pages long. Again, nothing in the paper will be on the exam. However, this is an extremely interesting one for people who are following issues of biotech and gene patents. So, I encourage you to look this paper over, at least skim it, just to get an idea of what's been going on. Thank you.